Alright boys, the time is now. We are doing the Way of 100 Fist build video and doing a very quick introduction here showing you what this build is made out of. We're doing a Torment 10 Nephilim Rift and holy shit, this shit just destroys. You guys are going to notice there's a lot of variations with gear for this build, a lot of options for damage reduction. My build, my gear that I'm using at the moment is for max damage, boys, max damage, and as you can see in Torment 10, nothing's even scratching me. I'm just destroying shit left, right and center. I'm not struggling to survive. So, I mean, obviously the changes that you guys make and the variable items that you can equip definitely relies solely on your playstyle and your survivability. If you're surviving, then you always have to go for maximum damage. There's you know, no easier way to say it. If you're not dying, then why not equip items so that you do more damage? Just pretty straightforward. But yeah, as you can see, like, it's just melting shit down left, right and center. And I can't wait to show you guys the skills and the gear that I'm using. So let's head to town straight away. Let's go. Alright, we're in town. Let's start talking about the skills necessary to do this shit. We're using Way of the 100 Fists with Blazing Fists. That's our primary damage dealer. My god, it does a lot of damage. Dashing Strike with Radiant, so every time we dash we increase our attack speed. Cyclone Strike with Implosion. Epiphany with Desert Shroud to boost our damage reduction a little bit there. Now Breath of Heaven with Infused with Light helps us regenerate our spirit, because Shenlongs, the weapons that we're using, as you can see in the bottom of the screen there, our spirit is constantly going up and down, up and down. We want to keep it up for as much or for as long as possible, as constantly as possible, so our damage is increased, alright? If our spirit is down, we do less damage. If it's full, we do more damage with the Shenlong's weapons, which we'll get to shortly anyway. So that definitely helps remedy our spirit being drained. In a Sanctuary with Forbidden Palace, now when we cast this, we decrease damage taken by monsters and we increase damage that we do while in our little sanctuary there. Definitely handy for greater rifts, that one. We're using passives Harmony, Alacrity, Seize the Initiative and Beacon of Yitta. Now let's talk about gear. Now guys, gear is very flexible. There's no right or wrong way to use gear, and I've been testing out a lot of different variations with gear. And as you can see down the bottom here, these are all possible items we can use with this build on our monk for the 100 Fist build. Personally, I think what I've got equipped is the best way to go. You know, a lot of people like using depth diggers because it increases your primary skill damage. Yes, it does, but you need to roll the perfect depth digger pants in order to get the 100% damage increase, which would be hard enough on its own with the perfect stats. When we're using the Raymond's 2-piece set, we get 100% damage increase plus 25% increased attack speed. But anyway, there's a lot of variations. You guys can, you know, test things out for yourselves. I'm just letting you know what I use, and this is for everything that you want to do besides greater rifting. We make a few changes for greater rifts, and I'll be doing a different video for a greater rift setup. This is for everything you want to do, minus trying to really tackle the high-end, high-level greater rifts. This isn't ideal for greater rifts because we need to make a few changes for damage reduction. But anyway, let's get into this. This will definitely give you the most damage you can fucking imagine, boys. Now, we're using Inner's Head. You want Dexterity, Vitality, and Critical Hit Chance. I haven't got Vitality there. I rolled a pretty shitty helm, but it does the job for me. You want the chest piece, and there's no really good stats on the chest piece you can go with. Definitely want Dex, Vit, and I just went reduced damage from elites by 11%. The belt, we want Dex, Vitality, and make sure that we get increased Way of 100 Fist damage by 15%. As you can see, I haven't got Vitality because I chose to go for the 15% damage increase. This is all about damage, boys, all about damage. The pants, again, we want Dex, Vitality, and increased Way of 100 Fist damage by 15%. The boots, there's nothing really good that you need that you can roll with your boot stats. Definitely go Dexterity, Vitality, and keep the movement speed. There's no damage increases we can choose with the Inner's boots, unfortunately. I didn't have Vitality, so I rolled Vitality. And having these 5 items in the middle equipped gives us the 6 set piece bonus because we've got the Ring of Royal Grandeur equipped in Canai's Cube. Alright, now Raiments, shoulders, and gloves we got equipped here, and we get the 2-piece bonus, which is your spirit generators, which is a way of 100 fists. Have 25% increased attack speed and 100% increased damage. So like I mentioned, Depth Diggers can give you up to 100% increased damage, but hell, we've got 25% increased attack speed plus 100% damage. I don't think anything beats this combination personally, but you guys can do some variations, test it out yourselves, and see how you go. We definitely want to get cooldown reduction on both these items also. Alrighty, definitely want cooldown reduction. Now, let's talk about the neck piece and the ring piece, which is our Endless Walk set. So we've got the Traveler's Pledge neck piece, and you can see there's life per hit. Now, life per hit is actually reasonably important for this build because we've got Simplicity Strength. I'll get into the gems later, but in case you're wondering why has he left life per hit there, life per hit's good. We need life per hit, believe me. But anyway, having the Traveler's Pledge and the compass rose equipped together gives us, while moving, damage taken is reduced by up to 50%, while standing still, damage dealt is increased by up to 100%, and we'll be standing still a lot of the time, casting Inner Sanctuary and Breath of Heaven, and when Epiphany is up, we'll do Epiphany. Definitely very handy in Greater Rifts, because we obliterate everything in Torment 10. It's not so effective in Torment 10, but we'll be in the damage reduction zone more than the increased damage because we're just killing shit so quick. We're not standing still that much in normal Torment 10. But either way, there's nothing better that you can go with than these two, so definitely get your Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose. Now the Bracelets, couple options here. I've definitely gone Bindings of the Lesser Gods. Now, when we use Cyclone Strike, enemies that we Cyclone Strike take 185% increased damage from our Mystic Allies for 5 seconds, and you can see we've got 5 Mystic Allies there, and I'll tell you exactly how we've got 5 Mystic Allies summoned in a second. We'll get to it, I promise. Now we've gone through the Compass Rose. The other ring we're using is Convention of Elements. Again, best ring to use if you're not doing Greater Rifting. If you're doing Greater Rifting, we'll definitely be using Unity, but I'll do a Greater Rift setup video in the near future. Right now, this is definitely the way to go. I definitely don't have any trouble surviving, so if you have trouble surviving, slap in Unity, test out a few different rings, but I definitely am happy with the combination of these two. I think we've gone through everything except for Shenlongs. Now let's go through Shenlongs. So this is an awesome set for the monk for this build. Now, when you have the Shenlong's Relentless Assault and the Shenlong's Fist of Legend equipped, the 2-set bonus is the damage of your spirit generators is increased by 1.5% for each spirit you have. So as you can see, spirit gains and drains on its own. When reaching maximum spirit, all damage is increased by 150%, but you no longer passively regenerate spirit, and 65 spirit is drained every second until you run out of spirit. So that's where I'm saying no passives help us after we're at full spirit, so we got to activate Breath of Heaven, and that definitely helps us. That's pretty much the only way that we can remedy our spirit drain there, and once that spirit is full, we do a shitload of damage, boys. Shitload of damage. Okay, so that's pretty much all of our gear. I don't think I've missed any gear items. Let's go into gems. Definitely the cooldown reduction diamond in the headpiece. We're using Bane of the Trapped. Definitely Bane of the Trapped. It'll increase our damage by 34.8% against enemies that are under effects of control impairing effects or stunned, anything like that. Definitely handy for this build. We're using Simplicity Strength, probably the most important gem for this build because we use our primary damage as our primary damage dealer. Now, it increases the damage of our primary skills by 54.5%, and also primary skills heal you for 4% of maximum life on hit. So that's what I'm saying. Having life on hit isn't a bad thing for this build. Ideally, you'd want it on Shenlongs as well, but as you can see, my Shenlongs Dexterity, Vitality, and Reduce cooldown reduction. Over here I've left increased damage against elites, but I'll probably roll that into life on hit in the near future. Everything works well for me at the moment. I've already got life on hit there, so it doesn't really matter, but I don't think I'm getting the most out of damage against elites for 7% there. I'll probably go life on hit, but I definitely want to keep cooldown of all skills on these. So ideally you want life on hit on one glove and cooldown of all skills on another, and I still have a chance to enchant both items, so I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do there. I'm not rushing into anything there, boys and girls. And lastly, for now, we're using Pain Enhancer, so critical hits cause the enemies to bleed for 5,050% weapon damage as physical over 3 seconds. What we're using it for is we gain Blood Frenzy, granting us 3% increased attack speed for each enemy within 20 yards. Now this is huge because attack speed is just so critical for this build. The quicker we can attack, the more attack speed we have, the more damage we do, and the better we do. Okay, boys? That pretty much covers all of our gear. Like I mentioned, a lot of variations that we can use at the bottom here, and some of them I'll be using for my Greater Rift setup. Holy shit, Canise Cube, boys and girls, very, very important. There's some important items in here we got to talk about. Now, like I mentioned, we have 5 Mystic Allies summoned. We turn them into 10. We have 10 Mystic Allies because of this bad boy here, which is the Crudest Boots. Make sure you have the Crudest Boots in Canise Cube. It doubles your Mystic Allies that fight by your side, and it increases your damage big time. So, from our set items, from our set item bonuses, we obviously have all of our we have 5 Mystic Allies summoned at all times. We turn them into 10, so huge there. Flying Dragon is the best weapon to use in Canise Cube, no doubt about it. Chance to double your attack speed when attacking. It's all about attack speed, boys. It is all about attack speed, like I mentioned. And lastly, I already mentioned the Ring of Royal Grandeur. Definitely have to have this so we can get the 6-piece set item bonuses from Inna's Mantra here. Alright, boys and girls, and we obviously have 2 items equipped of raiment, so it doesn't really affect us there, but definitely want Ring of Royal Grandeur so we can get the 6-piece set bonuses from Inna's. And that is it, boys and girls. We're going to call it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this, if it was helpful, please like my video. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep coming back. If you guys have any comments, questions, or any other ideas for me, please don't forget to post down in the comments section below. Until next time, Bannick13 out.